You got it on?
Khan.
Birthday Howard, birthday outside.
Khan.
Birthday Howard, birthday outside. Birthday Howard, birthday outside. Call on your Howard, birthday outside.
Bashim, Kakadash.
The ones, the apostle of the bishops, great millstone, shalom to the elect. To the men that died doing the work, Yahweh, outside, shalom first.
Khan.
Men, women, and children that believe in the true name of the Father and the Son. The Father's name is Yahweh, he exists. The Son's name is Yahweh, is the deliverer, because he come to deliver us out of captivity that we're in. Church of Philadelphia, Holy Conversations. Brother said, press the button.
You know?
What he's saying is talking.
Going through the spirit. About the mercy of the Lord, but also the judgment.
Basically, matter of fact, get the scripture real quick. But we was just talking about how we was in the deli the other day. We got a conversation. It was a man. He was disrespecting the Lord to the utmost, man. He called him a sky. I don't even want to say the word. But we was just sitting back thinking. I'm like, damn. That shows you the mercy of the Lord. You know, because for a nigga like that, and these are Israelites, for a nigga like that to still have breath in his lungs and talk crazy about the Lord,
Right.
That's his mercy, man. That's his patience and that's his restraint. You know? Mercy, patience, and restraint. Because he could have been killed all of us, man.
Mm-hmm.
But he didn't. You know?
Right.
The Lord is all powerful.
And that shows, man, you know, what the Lord is preserving you for. You know, because wicked men, righteous men, you know, people still here breathing, right? Like the scriptures speak about, if they multiply, it be for the sword. You know? These people, they flourishing in this world, they multiply for that judgment. You know? So, the Lord's preserving everybody for a period of time. Because what it says, you're gonna get a reward whether it's good or bad. Merely paraphrasing.
That's right. That's right, bro.
You know, we don't need rewards here.
Our reward is in heaven.
That's the ultimate, the crown of life.
I got a swift one for you up from what we was just talking about, right? So okay, hold on. All right, it's the book of Matthew. Matter of fact, I'm going to start at verse. This is Matthew, the book of St. Matthew, chapter 5 and 43. I'm going to start at verse 43. I'm going to go down to probably 40. I'm just reading. Holy Conversation.
Gone.
It says, St. Matthew chapter 5 verse 43. It says, ye have heard that it hath been said, thou shalt love thy neighbor and hate thine enemy. But I say unto you, love your enemies, bless them that curse you. Do good to them that hate you, and pray for them with despiteful, and pray for them which despitefully use you and persecute you, that ye may be the children of your Father which is in heaven. Damn, that's crazy. When you think about it, because the Lord tell you, like, you got a lot, man. You're supposed to put curses on your enemies and all that, you know. But you go to the Father and pray to Him, first and foremost. You don't got to lift a finger, man.
Right.
The ones that despitefully use you and all, you go to the Lord about that, man. You don't take matters into your own hands. And this is why. He says, and read 44 again, Matthew 5:44 says, but I say unto you, love your enemies, bless them that curse you. Do good to them that hate you, and pray for them which despitefully use you, and persecute you, that ye may be the children of your Father which is in heaven, for he maketh his sun to rise on evil and on the good,
Khan.
and sendeth rain on the just and on the unjust. Come on, man.
Yo, Yahweh Shah didn't even take matters
Exactly.
into his own hands because he knew, yeah, like you said, bro, restraint.
Everything
And
is
he
for
knew
the
he was-
point of time.
Khan.
You know, everything
Khan.
has a beginning and it has an end. As the scriptures say, and that's why Yahweh Shah is known as what? The Alpha and Omega.
Yeah, Khan.
The beginning and the end, and he knew in between. You know? That's why he was sent to tell us about these things.
Right.
But to have a man and for men and that's why he's the greatest to ever do it, to walk the planet. Because of the strength that he had. Because what he tell you, I could call down a legion of angels. But he's like, it wasn't his time, man. It wasn't that time. You know?
Right. That's why he told Peter to draw back your sword.
That's right. Because it wasn't the time for the sword.
Right.
Like what it says in the what's that? Is that? Yeah, Ecclesiastes the 3rd chapter. There's a time and a place for everything under the sun. You know. There's a time for the wicked to rise. Look how many kingdoms that the wicked had. The sun still rose on their kingdom. Did the sun not rise? Did it not get rain? Were they not fed? Were they not clothed? And the Heavenly Father did all that. So why would you take matters into your own hands? Let them condemn themselves, man. Let them condemn themselves. Because that's all they're doing. Whatever they do to you, if you're a man of the Lord, guess what? They did it to you. They did it to Yahweh Shah. They did it to Yahweh. And he don't forget about nothing.
Khan.
We'll keep going.
In the eyes of the beholder, that was only
That's
2
right.
days ago.
That's right. Come.
So how could you, you know?
Come. Back in the book of St. Matthew chapter 5, verse 46, it says, for if ye love them which love you, what reward have ye?
Khan.
Oh, shit. Yo, that's heavy, man.
Yo, cause see a lot of false leaders got their consolation here.
Con.
You know? So now once that's taken away, it's like, what else do you have?
Con.
Because
No, the Lord dealt with rejection.
Cause what
He still had compassion and mercy on them niggas, man.
still, right. Still.
But he checked them. You know?
Yeah,
He divided things rightfully, righteously. You know?
It's like some people he knew not to talk to.
Con.
Some people he did speak to. Because he knew spirits.
That's right.
You know?
He knows them.
Right.
You know?
That's us. You know?
The
Because
guy
even the
who did it,
demons
yeah.
trembled at his presence. You know, just like now. You are a man of the Lord. The spirits are around. Like, they react off of your presence. You know, the brother know that.
That's right.
We know that, like, because you could feel it.
Con.
It's something that's within. Like, you can't pretend that.
Con.
You know?
That's right.
But even then, what? That they cried out to Yahweh Shah and saying, merely paraphrasing, is this the time when you're going to come and judge us?
Yeah, con.
He's like, no, it ain't that time.
Yo, that was Legion.
There was
Right?
another one, too.
There was another, but all right, con.
Legion was the one that he met.
So
'cause
what
he was
do you
cutting
have to
himself.
do with us? That's Legion.
Oh, it
Con. When
Okay.
they jumped out of him, it's like, oh yeah, I was shot. What do you have to do with us? It's not your time. yet.
Khan, you right.
No?
Salah. Yep.
I was like, it's not your time. But they still had to ask for permission to be taken out of that body and cast into those swine. They asked for permission for that. It shows you the authority of Yahweh Shai, man.
Right.
His authority. They had to ask for permission. Basically beg him. Why are you here? And the Lord gave the same spirit to his men, man. The same spirit. That's why people look at you strangely. Why is he here? What is he doing? What's going on? You know? Is it for good news or is it for bad news? That's the life of a prophet. That's what people look at. Why is he here? Why is he coming? I ain't want to see him. What's the message about? That's why they always told the false prophet, prophesy smooth things to us. Prophesy deceits. You know?
Yeah. They want
to be appeased in their fucking wickedness. Now, if you out there talking like the world, you know, for filthy lucre's sake, and I was riding on the bus on the way home from the plant, right? I just so happened to look because I seen a sign that said church. So now I started looking around to see where the building was at. We take the route every single day, but just today was particular that I saw it. I was like, damn, I never really noticed that. So I started looking. When we get down to the further, like a little further down, because you know they give you a warning that the church is coming up. But it said, "Come one, come all," and it had the rainbow flag on there. And I said, man, I know what this represents in Babylon.
Wow. Wow.
So now that's saying that's the point I mean is that's what it means by that prophesy smooth things, prophesy deceits. Because you want them people to come in there. The reason why you want them to come in there and you want to talk to them because you want their money. And those people got a lot of money, man. Those rainbow guys.
Now who found it, yup.
They're full of money, man.
What the scripture said, they'll love you as their own.
Exactly.
If you join hand in hand with that. Because, yo, you can't serve the Lord and this world.
That's fucking right, man.
You know? And, you know, me and the brother, we talk, man. We always talk. You know, it's like the more you serve the Lord, the more you see how things change.
Yo, going into what? Sirach, I always told brothers, man. I think it's Sirach 10. So when I come to serve the Lord,
second chapter.
I'm thinking about another one. Never trust our enemy. I'm thinking about 10 and 12. Salaki. But it says, when I come to serve the Lord, prepare thy soul for temptation. I tell every brother I come across that, man. Every brother that ever came in this camp and left, I told him the same thing. Why? Because I know the first thing is going to come, the woman. That's the biggest thing of a man is the fucking woman, man. You can't conquer that shit. But you got to conquer her. Look at Solomon. Solomon, he had to conquer that because he was building idols to his women, man. That's how he knew, like, damn, don't deal with this because your heart is turning. It's just because how they do you in the bedroom and all. Yo, it's all that, man. Because you in the flesh. And they know what the fuck they doing, man. That's why you got to stay on your A game, especially now, man. That lust, man. That's why the Lord tell you about lust, man. All that. You know, when the brother said, I was watching the brother video earlier, and he said something, I was like, damn. So you know what? Yeah, brother, you want it. You know? You got to stay strong. Let me read this again. St. Matthew, chapter 5, I'm going to go to verse 46. It says, for if ye love them which love you, what reward have ye? Do not even the publicans the same? And if ye salute your brethren only, what do ye more than others? Do not even the publicans so? Be ye therefore perfect, even as your Father which is in heaven is perfect. And the Lord is saying, like, you gotta be around the sick, the maimed, the ones that need healing. You gotta let your light shine, so to speak. You have to do your job, man. I'm gonna get this in the NLT as well. Why? Because this is a heavy point, man. With what Yahweh Shah was saying to us. You know, if you only love your brothers, because just like a man that comes in the truth, I ain't dealing with the 2/3. Yo, how about mainly the 2/3 know that they're Israelites? How about that? That don't never cross their mind. Never. Ever. Oh, I'm in the truth now. I'm saved. No, the fuck you not, man. You just was called.
Right, many are called.
Then there's people out there that still they're still seeds that need to be watered, need to be planted, need to come up forth. And the Lord might put you in a position to teach them, and then it take you out because of your fucking wicked thinking, man.
Wow. Con, we seen that happen.
Yeah, because niggas get comfortable. Oh, I'm in the truth now. I got my girl, got a couple wives, and that's your consolation. You know?
Right, and we don't know who the 2/3 is. You know? We're prisoners of hope ourselves. So for people be like, oh, nah, that's a 2/3.
The wicked scribes and Pharisees was 2/3.
How about
and they
this?
had it down pat.
How about this? If the Lord was to destroy this place in the year 2000,
we wouldn't be here.
a lot of people wouldn't be here.
That's right.
Now we hastening the time
And that
of the
shows
Lord.
His mercy. That's the life of a prophet. They want this place to go down. What prophet don't when you understand what's going on and you know who you are? Why wouldn't you want it to go down?
Mm-hmm.
Then here comes Satan, slivery ass serpent, forked tongue, tucking out both sides of his mouth. And a lot of Israelites fell for that shit and took that back. Why? Because you were the wicked scribes and Pharisees. You are hirelings, man. And the flock of Yahweh Shem Yahushua did not belong to you. Straight up. That's the bottom line, man. So I'm going to read this again. Matthew 5. And, matter of fact, start verse 43 in the NLT. And these are Yahushua's words. It says, you have heard that the law says, love your neighbor and hate your enemy. But I say, love your enemies. Pray for those who persecute you. Was not Paul at one point in time an enemy to Israel? The ones that believed on Yahushua?
Con.
Because you don't know. His thoughts is not your thoughts. His ways are not your ways. That's why you got to be humble. That's why Apostle Paul said, if it be at all so, be peaceable among men. Where do you think he got that from? Yahushua, man.
Con.
And Apostle Paul knew what the fuck he did. He was convicted. He's like, damn, yo, I fucked up bad. He realized it. So he had to go hard.
Right.
And it was inside of him to do so.
Seeking 10 times more.
That's right.
Yo, and when
Baruch 4, what's that? Baruch 4 and 10?
people
12.
People look down on the lame, the bums, the addicts.
Even Salaka, bro.
Mm-hmm.
But even the Israelites back then, it was like the disciples, they asked Yahushua. They still was learning. They was in the learning stage.
Before they became
Before
apostles.
they got the power, before they got all the power that the Lord gave them to them, they had to learn it. We had to be around Yahushua to learn from him.
Mm-hmm.
You know? And not just words, but actions and everything. You know? That's why they was around him. And Yahushua was like, when they asked, and they was like, well, it was a blind man. And they was like, oh, Rabbi, basically.
What sins?
Whoever sinned, yeah. Did his father sin, his parents, or did he sin his past life? That's how much the Israelites back then was in sync with things.
Yo, Con.
They knew. But now you talk about reincarnation, them niggas that look at you, what? Nigga, I could come back as a flower. The fuck you can't.
See, that's some crazy
that's witchcraft.
Heathenistic philosophy.
Exactly.
You know? Because if you was a prophet back then, you're going to be that now. If you was a wicked person, you're going to be that now.
That's right.
And when the brother said, love you, and when the scriptures say that, it's not talking about the heathens.
And I'm about to read
Just
this
to clarify that for whoever
come.
listens.
Come.
Because you have Israelites that look like heathens, but they're not.
Come.
So that's the reason why you got to still consider, like, people still got to hear it. You know?
Because, I know a man down in Kensington right now. To this day, it's the first time I ever told him the name of the Lord. The Father and the Son. He already, every time he see me, he be like, yo, Yahushua. And you're a witness to that.
Mm-hmm.
I taught that man that name through the Spirit, power, mercy, and grace of Yahushua. The Lord taught him that, not me. He just used me as a vessel to speak to that man. But he never forgot that name. Who's to say that that man can't come out of what he's in? And no matter how much he's going through it.
Right.
And I told a lot of people, he still gets it. But you got Israelites out here, Yeshua, and it's that. But they would call that man a 2/3.
Hey, see, that's another thing too. Oh, that's an old bottle. Old bottle is not referred to as his age. It's about their philosophy, right? If
That's
they're
right.
persuaded, let him, every man be persuaded in his own mind. You know, because you got older men that came in that serving the Lord. You know, so you can't neglect nobody for real.
That's a man that's
You
been
know, because
indoctrinated.
Yahweh Shai told he healed more than he cursed out. You know what I'm saying? He healed the lame. There's so many healings he did that we don't know about.
That's right.
And what did they say?
It wasn't written.
What good can come out of
What was
Nazareth?
written?
What good can come out of Nazareth? What good can come out of Kensington? What good can come out of Babylon? Period.
Or Skid Row over there in California. You know?
You can't look at your.
You got them there. That Skid Row over there is just like Kensington. Kensington just the East Coast Skid Row. You know? And throughout the whole America, you know, you got areas like that. But those two are just the most spoken of, the most spoken of on a high level, man. You know? I done seen people all over the world come through there. And you ask them, well, why is you here? What brought you here? I heard about the drugs. God damn. So if they come like that, don't you think the feds going to be out there and all these other different agencies, they're going to be there, and you're a man teaching a word, so you think they're not going to get wind of that when they put all those things there? Because they want them people to still be blind. They don't want them to wake up. Because they know the power of the Lord, man. Their power that they possess is in this fucking world that they was given and is being taken away from them, man. So you gotta understand. But real quick, let me finish this out. St. Matthew chapter 5 and hold on. Alright, it says, but I say, love your enemies, pray for those who persecute you. Paul persecuted the Israelites. Right? Verse 45, this is in the NLT. It says, in that way, you will be acting as true children of your Father in heaven. Why? Because he makes the sun rise on them, go down. You don't know what his plans is for them. That's why you got to treat them accordingly. You treat them the same.
Right.
Fair. You know? That's why you talk, of course, with men in the flesh, you get angry. You know? But you have to live peaceable. You talk the truth. Look at the apostles, how they get angry, but some men, they look at they were snapping that day. And that's what they base their whole doctrine and everything on, any man. You have to be fair. And they fair, you watch them on camera. It ain't about the cameras. What's inside of you, man? That's what the Lord told you. The kingdom of heaven is within you, man.
Khan. And these people, they don't know how that love feels. That, you know? So you give it to them. Hey, Yahweh Shai was even fair to the point where he was like, yo, render to Caesar what is Caesar's. Because he knew what he knew his reward. You know what I'm saying?
Just like when he heard that lady's
that committed adultery?
No, the lady's daughter, I believe it was. And he was like, it's not for me to give meat unto the dogs. And she said, even the dogs eat from the master's table. And he was like, I have not seen such a faith greater in Israel. He said, because of your faith, your daughter's healed, man. Because you know Israel's a stiff-necked people. You know? It says, let me read this again. It says, in that way, you'll be acting as true children of your Father in heaven. For he gives his sunlight to both the evil and the good. God damn. He gives his sunlight to both the evil and the good. And he sends rain on the just and the unjust alike. Because, you got heathens that got crops and all that, man. They still got to eat. The Lord is just. It says, if you love only those who love you, What reward is there for what? For that? Even corrupt tax collectors do that much.
Damn.
And Matthew was a tax collector, man.
Right.
You know? And that's where we at, the book of Matthew, chapter 5. And that was verse 46 in the NLT. Verse 47, it says, if you are kind only to your friends, dig that. If you are kind only to your friends, how are you different from anyone else? Even pagans do that.
Damn.
Damn.
Right.
To even pig. And I know, man, listen, I'm telling you, there's a lot of truth in Israel that know that the Israelites only want to be around these men and that men. Okay. Where's your reward in that? Because you're retracting your light. You're picking and choosing. The Lord already picked and chose everybody. He told you to go out there and do what the fuck he said to do. Whoever you come across, bid him to the marriage. You speak to him, you talk to him. Why? Because you're concerned. You let the Lord do the work after that. Look at Priscilla and Aquila. Then they teach Apollos. You know? The Lord gave the increase.
Right.
But they treated that man fair. You know, the Lord said, well, you know, we believe in the Lord. If you trust in the Lord, you're going to do what this word says, man. That's the bottom line. Verse 48. It says, but you are to be perfect. But you are to be perfect, even as your Father in heaven is perfect. Strive for the mastery. You know? Strive for the mastery, man. Strive for the mastery. Don't just treat this man good because, oh, he's an elder, he's this, that. But you would treat a peasant on the street that you don't even know his worth to Yahweh Shem Yahushai because you think that you came into something, but you forgot where the fuck you came from, man. The Lord was around people like the lowly, the sick, the maimed, the broken-hearted, man. This, man.
Okay.
Oh, he gave it a kick. But that's who the Lord was around, man. People like that. Why? Because you got people, they always, they think that they know more than the Lord, man. You know? You don't know more than Yahweh Shem Yahshai, Ba'ashem Arachak Wadas. That's why everybody has to be treated fair, and that's a righteous judge, man. A righteous judge does righteous things. A wicked judge do wicked things because they're compromised. You know? A man that's led by the Spirit is going to be led by the Spirit. And that's it. There's no getting around that. And you'll be able to see why, because the way he conducts himself. Ain't no fucking faking the Most High. Ain't no trickery on the Lord. I ended on that.
Come.
Just say what you want.
Because anything that, you know, can come around could either make you or break. You know? And just like, so I done again, you know, you can't, like that scripture speaks about, I believe that's in Sirach, where it speaks about how the judges, so is his officers. You know? So, if you have that house, you're gonna, that's ultimately, that's what's gonna show. You know? And it's heavy because on the background, as you can see, it says the Tabernacle of David, right? You know? Which Yahushua sprang from.
And that's what the Tabernacle of David do. I got another one real fast. Because you just said so. I made me think about it. So it don't sound like we just rambling. You know, we're telling you the truth. You know. What's that? What was the parable of the just judge and the unjust judge? I said nothing about Powerball, bitch. Oh, Salaki. I forgot what it's on. All right, Luke chapter 18:01. The book of St. Luke, chapter 18, starting verse 1. We'll get in the KJV first. All right, it says hold on. Is it? Yeah, con. That's it. Con.
The one that was bragging.
Yeah, so this is Luke chapter 18, verse 1. It says parable on prayer. All right, this is going to the just judge and the unjust judge. It says, and he spake a parable unto them to this end, that men ought always to pray and not to faint, saying, now this is Yahweh Shah's words right here because they're in red. It says, there was in the city a judge which feared not the Most High, neither regarded men. And that's crazy because you got dudes like that now. That's, when he talking about the scribes and Pharisees, man. They was just like this. It says, and there was a widow in that city, and she came unto him, saying, avenge me of mine adversary. And he would not. It said, and he would not. Verse 4 says, and he would not for a while, but afterward he said within himself, though I fear not the Most High, nor regard man, yet because this widow troubleth me, I will avenge her, lest by her continual coming she weary me. And that, going into that, that's a prayer like you gotta, and this is an unjust judge. But he got so tired of this woman complaining. He's like, man, let me do something about this. So how much more the Heavenly Father? You know?
Right.
How much more him? When we wearing his ears out, and he know you're righteous. You know the righteous, you know the wicked. You know?
Con, what did it say? Make his ears heavy.
That's right.
Pray without ceasing.
That's right.
Because that woman represents us, crying out to the Lord.
That's right. That's right. And that's why Yahweh Shah said what he said. He the best that ever done it.
Con.
He the best that ever done it, man. It says, I'm read verse 4 again, because that's heavy. That's what that nigga said up there. But I got imagine, and even though he said that, even through the actions and how you move and everything, who knows? The Lord might be like, you know what? I heard you talking shit. You see these men and how they moving. He might come with a compare. Who knows? You know? Who knows? Because man, men did worse. Said things worse. You know? The Lord had compassion on them.
Maybe that was his cry out.
God, who knows?
Right.
You know? I'm gonna read this again, Luke 18:4. It says, and he would not for a while, but afterward he said within himself, though I fear not the Most High, nor regard him. God damn, he didn't even regard him. That's what the man was.
Damn.
He said, yet because this widow troubleth me, I will avenge her, lest by her continual coming she weary me. And the Lord said, hear what the unjust saith, the unjust judge saith, and shall not the Most High avenge his own elect, which cry day and night unto him, though he bear long with them? I tell you that he will avenge them speedily.
Con.
Nevertheless, when the Son of Man cometh, So he found faith on earth. And that's the scripture just came out in the lesson I just did.
That's the spirit, bro. That's the spirit.
You know?
Because right now we need that the most, man.
Because, yo, that man's an example of having no faith on earth. Unjust judges. But he, like, if he see a woman in distress, he'll run and help her real fast. If she keep wearing it and getting on his dog, I ain't gonna say the dude's name. But she keeps saying that God damn, man, he in a position, all right, I got you. What's up? But how much more than the man of the Lord crying out to Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai, Ba'ashem Chakodas, day and night. Day and night. How about that? You can't compare that, man. His reward is great.
I know there's a scripture which says in the book of I know it's in Sirach. It says the prayer of the humble pierceth the clouds.
God. And that's the truth.
You gotta believe in that, man.
You believe, like the beloved brother, Amawan Gabar said the other day. Can't have no doubts. No doubts, man. Like niggas say in the world,
No doubt.
Yo, no doubt. They be like, yo, you want no doubt. They letting you know, no doubt. So don't doubt that.
God.
So how much more the Heavenly Father? No doubt.
God.
Don't doubt it. You won't doubt a nigga in the world, you'll see him, yo, no doubt, brother. Yeah, no. So how about no doubt, Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai, Ba'ashem Hakwadash? He already know. You know? These niggas is crazy.
God.
They will see soon, man.
And that's another thing, man. The things that people possess here, when it is taken away, is you're gonna be in doubt, or is it gonna make you?
That's why I said he's not gonna find faith on earth.
To come to him.
Who's gonna be faithful in that day? The elect. That's why it specifically speaks about the elect. You know who Yahweh Shai is. You know who Yahweh is. Do you know who his elect is? That's scattered on all four corners of on the earth. Can you name them? Which one of these niggas on the planet right now can name the elect, all 144,000 of them? None of them. Yahweh Shai can. Because it was given to Yahweh Shai from Yahweh. Yahweh can definitely do it because what? He calls everything by their name, stars, everything, because he created it. Niggas better be humble, man. And humble down.
Con.
Stop trying to be so fucking over righteous. Because you was once in the world. You was once fucked up. So it gives you the audacity to think that you're better than somebody else. It's like Apostle Paul. He knew how much he fucked up. That's what made him more humble, man.
Right.
And the scriptures say the more greater thou art, the more humble thou should be. One of your tyrant acts crazy. Because he don't belong in that position. Damn. It's just crazy. Call on y'all by Shem outside.
Con. Right. Yahushua wasn't walking around thinking he was better than somebody.
Bragging and boasting.
He came on a donkey. You know what I mean? He was, you know, he gave himself of no reputation. He let Yahweh give him the reputation, you know?
Exactly.
We can't boast on nothing. For real.
He can make a rock get up and worship him.
Right.
So these people always trying to quote scriptures and say this, and you don't know what the hell you're talking about. Shut the fuck up. Listen and learn. That's what you do. Shut the fuck up, listen and learn. And be humble. The same way the elect had to be humble. Look at the disciples. They walked with Yahweh Shai. Was they telling him what to do? No. They was humble. They was like, oh, they had to learn to be humble, to get that power, to be able to come on and have the authority that they have to this day.
Con.
And they ask questions in private, not in front of everybody. They let Yahweh speak, and they probably was like, oh, what he saying? And everybody was like, this is a hard saying. But they like, hold up. That's what? And he went and broke it down to them. They was like, oh, okay. Got you.
Con.
You know? Because it was made plain upon tables for them.
Con.
And everybody else, it was hard sayings to them. The Lord ain't no joke, man. These people is jokes.
Yeah, these people try to complicate everything with the scriptures, man.
Exactly. And they don't know what the fuck they talking about. And that come from the Christian church, too. Because everything that the true men of the Lord say, everybody want to try to throw a monkey wrench in it and try to twist it up. You know? Twist it up.
What the scripture said, bro, let the words be true.
Let the words of the Lord be true and every man found a liar. I believe Apostle Paul said that. Because the belief of the people. Just because you don't believe what I believe, and I know this is the truth. And you might think you know the truth, so guess what? Let's wait to the end, and we're going to find out. But we see signs. What do you see? We see things that you wish you could see. And Yahweh Shah told the disciples that, man. He said the things that you see, they wish that they could see that. They want that. But he gave it to them. Come on, man. Then to see a sign and recognize it and understand it, that's wisdom. Beyond this world. Beyond this world.
Right. And the Lord has to be supping with you.
That's right.
To really have the spirit of that type of discernment. That's a gift. That's a blessing.
That's right.
Because scriptures say many shall. I believe that's in the book of St. Luke, where he may mention they shall merely paraphrasing, desire to see signs and wonders, but they will not believe.
That's right. Yeah, because that's what Israel always asks for, a sign.
He said, "What? I gave you the sign of Jonas."
And guess what?
Which is a prophet.
And how you know? How you know that's a true statement? And let's use a man that walked this planet in our lifetime. DMX.
Oh, kind.
Earl. What's his name? Earl Simmons. What was the song he did? Lord, give me your son. That's what Israel always want. Give me your son. And when I was a child, I used to say that. No bullshit. I used to say, oh, Lord, just give me a son. And the Lord probably was looking at me, this little nigga, man. You don't even know. Like, that's how merciful he is, man. You think about his mercy, his grace, and his power, man.
Yeah, and it's heavy you said that because what?
Amazing.
The same man that said, give me a sign, said what? Homie, stop acting like you don't know me. The Lord knew us before we was even born.
Jeremiah.
You know, he's not ignoring you. It's just he can't see.
No, first of all, the Lord ignored Yahweh Shah. How about that?
Damn.
How about on the cross? How about that? At his lowest moment. How about that? When he cried out to him, why have you forsaken me? And the Yahweh was like, basically in his mind, probably, I never forsook you. This is what you gotta go through. This is what you signed up for. This is what I signed you up for. And I know you're gonna pass it, but you're in the flesh and you have to conquer all those thoughts. Yahweh Shah cried out. Why? That's the flesh. To show you. But he still went through it and conquered it. That's why he's the example, man. The example. The head of Israel. Yasharallah. Hands down. No man can take his place. Can't even fit his shoes. And John the Baptist told you that his first cousin. when their mothers was pregnant together. Think about that. The way the Lord made them dancing up in the belly. It's going into Jeremiah too, because before you were formed in your mother's womb, he knew you, man, and ordained you. Think about that.
That's right. No man could take his spot. You said what? Hey, no, Salakia. You said no man could take his spot. Herod tried to do it.
Exactly.
Because it said, well, a governor is going to...
Because Herod thought that Yahweh Shah was trying to take his spot. Yahweh Shah was just born into it.
Right.
Because you had the Israelites in captivity. Under your authority, you was ruling over them. And when you heard about a king coming out of them, you like, whoa. Whoa, and then you know it's prophecy. So you know it's supposed to happen. But the Lord hid him until that nigga died. Oh, shit. This nigga dead.
Just like how they gonna do now.
Kinda.
Oh, wait, they rising up. They talking about the one coming back. You know?
Oh, man. These niggas is crazy.
They not worrying about the government. You know what I mean? They not worrying about these Christians. They're not worrying about the Muslim, none of that.
Because they all been compromised. So they're going to teach that agenda that's been given to them, the slave doctrine.
Slave doctrine.
It's like when you look at I think it was over the UK or London or somewhere when they had a slave Bible. And they removed out the Exodus and all these things is pertaining to us that uplifts us. And just everything that pertains to slavery, yeah, that's what they gave us, to obey them. That's why the scriptures tell you, man, who adds on and taketh away.
Right.
They did that. They added on, they took away, man. They in violation, man. Heavy violation.
They gonna take their part in the
But guess what? Yo, how do we know these things now? We're a miracle in itself. We're a miracle in itself. Just think about when you was a kid, a teenager and all that. The thoughts in your mind compared to now. That takes a heavenly power to give you that, man. A heavenly power. So you want to turn away from that once you get a taste of that? Once you get a cup of that water? You want to pour that water out? And go back to that tainted water you was drinking already? I say nay.
That's like somebody going back to their own vomit.
Like a dog. And a dog is a loyal person. An animal. Salaki, not person. Loyal animal. But it returns to its vomit. That's disgusting. And dogs do that. That's why they was referenced. Yahweh Shai used a lot of nature. Because he knew that's why it's called nature, because he knows the nature of that animal. And their habitats, where they rest at. Know all that.
Because, when you throw up, your body's rejecting whatever's in it.
Exactly.
So now, a dog licking it, he's consuming back
the bullshit
what
that was taken
your
out
body was rejecting.
Kind. That's right.
You know, these people want to consume this world again. You see that? Look at 2020. That shit showed a lot of people's true colors with that little... And ain't nothing even really happened. But you saw how people was scraping and scrambling.
Oh,
like, I mean, people that knew...
So I love when you scrape and scramble.
That's how they was, though. They scraping and scrambling. Lord, I need my job. I gotta take the...
Esau.
Because you
He's
never
like,
had...
I love when you scraping and scrambling, Daddy. That's what Esau was saying at that time.
Because now, yo...
So how much more now?
That shows that they wanted to go back to their vomit. Let me save this. Woe to him that tried to save his life and shall lose.
You can't say that, though.
Well,
when you go into that part, it's like when you come into the truth and you backslide and go back to that, that's going into your fucking vomit, man. You know what I'm saying?
They trying to save what's going to be taken away.
Fuck it. That's not going back to the vomit, though.
No, not that part. I'm talking about...
they just chose their side as far as I choose this over the Lord. But they think the Lord, yo, Satan gives you gifts, man. So you got that job, but do you care about it? You're supposed to work. Don't get it wrong. Don't get it twisted.
Kind of.
Every man, if no man works, he cannot eat.
That was probably the slip of the tongue.
Nah, you cool, brother. But if no man works, he cannot eat. So if you choose your job over the Lord, he's going to take that job away from you. Then what you got? Then what you going to call on? Then what you going to trust in? Then who you going to thank?
You trying to save your life.
Sorry.
To lose your life is, you know what I mean? And some brothers is stronger than others when it comes to that. You know? Meaning like, get rid of this world. Come out of her mentally first, spiritually first. Meaning set yourself apart from the bullshit that your old man was in. You know? And like you said, bro, Satan get gifts. He'll give you a nice little job, a little woman or whatever. And if you can't contain it, only the Lord knows what to put you in. He's not going to put you into something you can't handle. You know, but with some men, they get that and it could choke them out the truth.
There you go.
You know?
I'm glad you said that. Going into the parable of the seed sown.
But Job wasn't choked out the truth.
No. At all. Like I'm talking about the parable of the seed sown.
Oh, Khan.
Some fell on rocky, whatever soil you planted on.
Khan.
Brothers don't dig that. Brothers don't dig that. They think, oh, I'm in the truth. I'm cool. I got it. Bro, you're not looking at the bigger picture, man. Just because you get called don't mean that you're chosen to be the elect.
Right.
You know? Niggas get lazy. And the truth is not for you. You know? You ain't one of those men. You go hard. Nothing comes between you and the Lord. Romans 8 says that, man. 8, I believe, 8, 34 through 35, 36. Who shall separate
you from the love of the Lord?
And think about that. Who? So not even angels. Let that sink in. Not even angels. So these motherfuckers that what? Oh, come on, man. Man, I'm done, bro.
Khan.
They, man.
Khan, close it out, huh?
You got it, brother.
Khan.
So with that,
that was your last precept?
Khan.
Khan.
Tabernacle with David, man. Think about that. And yo, and don't get it twisted. The men of the Lord are full of flaws. Full of them. They gotta recognize them. Why? To let them know I got this flaw to keep me grounded. To call on you more. For your mercy. For your forgiveness. Because I know I'm just flesh and blood. And he knows that because he created you. But you gotta call out, man. You gotta call out. And if you don't call out, you're gonna fall out. How about that? If you don't call out, you're gonna fall out. And that's a lesson right there. I felt like that down. If you don't call out, you're gonna fall out.
Khan. Because who else you gonna call to?
That's right. Ghostbusters.
Right. You know? And that's what it boils down to, you know? Who you trusting more?
Because, yo, the heathens.
Al Pacino trusted himself.
I'm going to tell you
Scarface trusted himself.
Yo, Khan, the
he got killed.
I know a Turkish dude. Turkish. He's a Muslim. Turkish, but that's his, you know, that was given to him. Because he's a heathen. But this nigga, every day, his name was Malik. You know? Every day he used to do carts at America. I did security for. Every day he'd come up here, point at the sky. And be like, and I'm like, damn. You believe in your God that much, you think he's up there. That's our power, man. And you a heathen. And I look at how the heathens trust in their gods that much. But you fucking Israelites don't trust in the one that created all their gods, man. That's amazing.
Yo, just like that picture where they had all the heathenistic gods the way they look. How they look like they're people.
Yeah.
You know? But our people, our God don't look like us. That's crazy. When it's written. You know?
Hey, man, you got anything else, brother?
Hey, Lord willing, man.
How long you been on that joint?
Lord willing, this was edifying. Straight to the point. Hope brothers got something out of it.
Holy conversation.
You know, this was a holy conversation. Me and the brothers in the spirit. 2 or 3 are gathered there. He is in the midst. So
brothers said hit the button.
Can't quench it. You know, this is this brings us back to memories. You know, God. You know, the brothers. You know everything. You don't is between you and brothers. Sometimes, you know, and sometimes you just go through the spirit. Press that button, you know.
Right.
You ain't got a topic, or you don't gotta just float. Just have faith that the Lord's gonna give you a topic and precepts and lessons.
Like
sometimes you could go through your scriptures, and it's like I remember the beloved Apostle Tar said, he's like the angels are just guide you the pages. You're like, oh snap, yo, I ain't bring this in the while. That was on point. Mm-hmm. You know, you got brothers that be like, yo, I don't got scriptures lined up, and it just goes flawlessly. You know what I mean?
I got a swift one.
You can't. Sometimes you just can't. That's why the scriptures be like, you don't take no script or nothing. Just have faith, you know?
Think not what to say, KJV.
Just gotta have that trust. You know, trust the Lord to be able to trust yourself.
Yo, I'm gonna go here real fast.
God.
Matthew 10 and 19. Starting at verse 19. And this is going into like what you just said, but when they deliver us up. Right? Just like the brother said, hit the button. Right? This Yahweh speaking. St. Matthew, Salakia. St. Matthew chapter 10, verse 19.
Come.
It says, hold on, make sure, right, come. It says, but when they deliver you up, take no thought how or what ye shall speak, for it shall be given you in that same hour what ye shall speak, which you was just saying, right? It says, verse 20, it says, for it is not ye that speak, but the Spirit of your Father, which speaketh in you. Verse 21, and the brother shall deliver up the brother the deaf, and the father the child, and the children shall rise up against their parents and cause them to be put to death. But the point is, you don't think about what to say, man. You already got to have it inside instilled in you. This brother said the angels will guide you, man. That's what they're there for. Look at Uriel, look at Gabriel, look at Michael, look at Raphael. You know? When they came, they spoke. And they guided them, man. You know?
Yo, you also a testimony of that, bro. I mean, all of us are. But, you know, I'm a witness to it. You be in the spirit talking to people. And you don't even realize what you're saying. Until they come and approach you. Like, oh, damn, I was saying that? Because you just in the spirit. You know what I mean? It ain't like the Christians, oh, I caught the Holy Spirit. No.
The Holy Ghost.
Yeah, no, it's just
church dancing around.
Like when brothers be prophesying or doing lessons, and they just going in at the moment. They're like, "Yo, that was the Spirit." You know, at the end of the day, you give the glory to Him.
It takes you over.
You know, not how good you could. Look at Moses. Was it the best speaker?
He had a speech,
but he stuttered. He gave glory to, well, you know.
He stuttered. That's why I just said Aaron, because it's a brother that teaches in the Midwest. I know his name on social media, but I'm not going to put his name out there. But every time I ever heard the brother teach and speak, he always reminded me of like a Moses because of the speech impediment. I'm like, damn, And he be going in. He be going in, man. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful brother, man. And every time I just think about that brother. You know?
And I get it as far as
brothers know him too.
Khan, as far as speaking Hebrew and all that, like some things you're not gonna get right away. Like with certain words. You know? Aaron was a better spokesman for that moment. And look what
Moses was the one that the Lord used.
And he still went off. So you can't.
Aaron
not saying Aaron is not a man of the Lord. That's not what I'm saying.
His children did too. That's why they got killed.
Gone. You know?
They was doing things in the temple that they ain't had no business doing. And they was priests. Sons of priests. And he was a priest, so you know what's going on. And you're a priest, you're supposed to be holy. You're separate apart. That's why your sons was taken from you. And ultimately, your ass.
See? But that shows how there's no respect of the person. Because a lot of people, they loved Absalom more than David at one point. Because of his physique, his beauty, this, that. You know? But look how that turned out. You know, the Lord sees the inward part of people. You know? So that's why you can't look like going back. You can't neglect nobody. Because you never know. That's like entertaining angels unaware sometimes. You might not even know it. You know? But it's all showing that mercy. Scriptures tell you, he that showed mercy shall find mercy. Right? So now we understand the Lord also said, don't pray for these people. You know, we get that. But still, you don't know who's who at the end of the day. So always just be yourself, have faith, pray to the Lord, you know, that he may guide you in the right path, man. You know, whatever situation brothers is in, you know, believe that he's gonna make you more than a conqueror out of that, man.
Right.
You know, because he would not put you through it if you know you can't get. Now, the Lord could put somebody in some shit or bless them with something for their destruction. Because all things is not for everybody.
And it's been done
some
many
men
times.
can handle money. God. Some men can handle it. Some men can handle. But is it there to destroy you? Or is it there wise? You know what I mean? So at the end of the day, you know, we all fall victim to these things. And we all just got to have faith in the Lord in these times. You know, just believe, keep praying. You know, because, yo, man, me and the brother saying, your integrity is going to be tried. You know?
It's being tried every day.
Can't.
And yo, that's why the Apostle Paul said, right? He said we die daily. What you thought he meant by that? Not physically. But you got, yo, if Yahweh Shah would have said that to the wicked scribes and Pharisees, they oh, you died, you dead?
What the fuck?
You know? Right. But yo, that's how you know Apostle Paul was taught directly by Yahweh Shai, man. When he knocked him off his high horse. He knocked him off the horse, man. And look how deep Apostle Paul got. Because Yahweh Shai, Yahweh first knew Apostle Paul's his drive. Because he was created by him. You know? But and it shows the Lord's power. You might think you're doing something right, and you're doing it wrong. You know?
Yeah, that's scary.
And that's why you gotta be fucking humble. I done seen a lot of men, man, leaders, so to speak, barking all this shit. Now, where you at? You fell out. You're nowhere to be found. Why? Because you never believed from the beginning. And that's a heavy thing, man. You got to be faithful to the end. Not because you might get a gift. Oh, yeah, I'm cool now. Oh, thank you, Lord. I got this. No. You keep going.
Con.
Ain't no stopping. Like that song, ain't no stopping us now. We're on the move. You know what I'm saying?
Con.
That's what type of time you're supposed to be on right now.
Con.
Your mind is supposed to be focused mentally on war, man. Spiritual war. Because that's where we at. Spiritual warfare. Who's going to help you through those times? Yah Bashim Yahushai. Bashem Haracha HaKodash.
That's right. Yo, and if I may, bro, Apostle Paul still never, he said, well, I am the least of the apostles.
And that's showing
And he wrote the most.
That's showing his humbleness.
Khan, that's the point. Khan.
And now,
Nah, Khan, you got it.
Because that's...
Some men be like, oh, look what I did. Look what I... Hey, man.
As I was watching old Solo, he said that. I was pretty sure he ain't even... Basically said he ain't brag on himself. Just different. He ain't brag. Even Apostle Peter spoke highly of Apostle Paul, man. And Apostle Peter's the top prophet. I mean, the top. He was the top dog.
Made the cornerstone. Well, Yahushua's the cornerstone, but he was made the headstone.
Yeah. Why? 'Cause that's King David. When you go into it, think reincarnation, man. The Bible tells you all these things. So go to your colleges and all that and learn this bullshit. You want to learn about reincarnation there? You'll learn about metamorphosis with fucking butterflies and all that shit.
Yeah.
Transition to animals and all that shit.
Evolution. God.
But as far as what we telling you about, man, that's the scriptures, man. The greatest book on the planet.
Hey, we about to evolve. Evolution.
Exactly. Why don't teach that in their colleges? Because they can't.
Right.
Our book has the dominion over this, over all things. I'll say that.
Yo, and that's why they separate the school system and religion.
Exactly. Fuck a religion. It's bullshit.
Con.
We about our book. You know, our power, man.
Who we are, traditions.
That's right.
How we lived.
That's right. Our heritage. What's wrong with having your heritage? Because you know what? Esau is a culture vulture, man. He goes around wanting to take everybody's culture, heritage. That's what he does. The earth was given to him. Esau don't want to be himself. Because he know he's about to get out of here, man. He know that.
God.
Why you think he want to be like everybody else? And try to blend in and hide. You ain't the tribe of Dan, nigga. The tribe of Dan blended in.
Or Japhet.
No, the tribe of Dan. Yeah, kind. The tribe of Dan's Israel, they blended in. That's just why we don't teach about them.
Right. That's a good point. They don't even want to be themselves. So I say they're going to come down having great wrath. Because they know that they got a short time.
Very short.
A short time for what? To rule. Because once they're done ruling, scriptures say the earth is given. It was given. They ain't take it. It was given to the hands of the wicked.
That's crazy.
So now when Yahushua come back, he's going to take it.
That's a heavy point.
He's going to, I stole that shit, nigga.
That's
give it back.
That's like Yahushua.
You just giving back what's ours. We taking back what's rightfully ours. You know?
That's right. Yahushua said, no man takes my life from me. I lay it down. The fuck you want to take from him? The Son of Man. He's giving all the power. Niggas is crazy.
Con.
The Son of Man. You want to take something from him? Oh my God, man. Niggas is crazy.
You can't run from your judgment. You just gotta face it. If the
Right,
earth
like
is
the
flat,
wind.
then just run off of it
Okay.
with a parachute. Like
Let's see where
fucking
your ass
weirdos. See, drive off the cliff. Oh man, but see, also it shows like Yahweh said what? Who's gonna pluck the elect out of his hand?
That's right.
Because the dead in Yahushua shall arise. Your works is not gonna go out. It'll follow you. You know?
That's right, brother.
It'll follow you. So just believe that.
That's right.
You know? Whether you be humiliated. Brothers got their own little personal trials and tribulations. The Lord knows you could conquer, man. You know?
Better for conquer that shit.
If not, it'll destroy you.
Goddamn right.
You know what I mean?
Just like the beloved Apostle Gabar used to say. A lot. Back in, you know, he used to say, he said this truth could make you or break you. This truth could make you or break you. Because you could think that, yeah, I got it, this, boom. And then you just, hey, man, you just fucked up.
It's crazy
You
because
see people fall out because they couldn't handle the truth. You know, go ahead, bro.
no, I was gonna say it's crazy because when you're in that situation, it's like, damn, like you thought you had it because you wanted, you desired something. The Lord will give you what your heart desires if you ask for it. But now it's like, how you gonna treat things? You know, and it could be for your development, however the Lord sees fit, man. The point is to not let anything around us just fucking take you out. You know?
That's right.
Straight up.
That's right.
Satan knows how to make things feel good in his place. It's like a fucking doctor. Right? They just pacify you. Really is making you worse.
So you gotta admire Yahweh Shai, the example for us. You know? And he tells you, better to remain in the house of mourning than a house of mirth, man. Because he's taking the mirth out this earth. And this ain't your rest anyway.
Con.
That's crazy.
Con.
The phone had to, you mean?
Con.
This is not your rest. So why get comfortable? Be comfortable with being uncomfortable.
Con.
How about that? Be comfortable with being uncomfortable, man. I believe Apostle Gabar said that before, but that's the truth. And I always think like that. I'm saying out my mouth because man, listen. If you just knew what the brother and I was going through, it's none of your fucking business. But you have to conquer that.
Con.
You know?
That's right.
And you don't know. So don't just think it's all peaches and all they just talking. No. In due time, it'll come out. I'm going to say that. But we don't got to speak on everything. Because we ain't bragging. We're not boasting. If anything we boasting Yahweh Hashem Yahushai. Ba'ashem HaRachakwadash.
What's that scripture? It says, exhort one another with these words. I believe it, I don't want to butcher it.
I got you, brother. Exhort one, comfort one another.
One another with these, yeah.
Comfort one another with these words. Lead us in 1 Thessalonians 4:18. Oh shit.
Con.
I forgot we was using your phone. So I could.
So some brothers be like, that's why we do these digital epistles.
Yo,
Yeah,
man, that's what they are, these letters.
It is, yeah. It is.
That's exactly what it is. Uplifting.
Right.
Because you never know what a brother's going through. And when that's why you're confident when you speaking like this, they like, damn. Oh shit. You never know when you just man, listen. Just be humble, man. Be humble. In every situation you go through, you gotta be humble. Trust in the Lord. Because he's the only one that's going to bring you out of it because he created it. He created good and evil. He created dark and light. So who's the only one to run to? As an Israelite man. Not to these other gods because they didn't create shit. They was created. How about that?
Yeah, right. Con.
The ones that the heathens believe on, they believe in them. Their gods was created and can't even fucking, matter of fact, they made gods out of their own hands. Jeremiah told you that.
Mm-hmm.
What's what the brother called for? 1 Thessalonians chapter 4. Matter of fact, let's start at 17. Baba Kushad.
Yo, because Yahushua didn't run to himself.
Exactly. Who did he run to? And he was the first spirit ever created for you wacky tacky Christians.
Right.
Oh, he was God in the side.
That don't make no sense. That's a blatant contradiction.
That's a hermaphrodite doctrine.
That's
the man and the woman.
Yeah, that's crazy.
For real.
That's confusion.
Exactly.
Lord's not the author of confusion.
Exactly. It's fucking.
That's crazy. Hermaphrodite.
For real, man. Oh, he's both. He's the father and the son.
Damn.
The fuck out of here, man.
You prayed to yourself.
Come on, man. Go ahead with that shit. It's 1 Thessalonians chapter 4 and 16. Starting at verse 16. The point is in 18. It says, For Yahweh Hashem Yahushua himself shall descend from heaven with a shout, with the voice of the archangel, which is Ma'aka'Allah, and with the trump of the Most High. And the dead in Hamashiach shall rise first. Then we, and this is, man, say that when we open up. It says, Then we which are alive and remain shall be caught up together with them in the clouds, to meet Yahweh Hashem Yahushua in the air. And so shall we ever be with Yahweh Hashem Yahushua B'Hashem Chadash. That's what you long for, man. That's what you long for. That, that's perfect peace. As I mean, a brother walked in the deli, he's like, man, you know what? He says, peaceful in here right now. Nobody in there chilling. They just make you want to sit down. Then he was like, man, once we sit down, all the demons.
Yeah, right.
So you gotta understand, like, don't be fooled. You want perfect peace. It's not our rest, man. This is not our rest. This is just a test. Another step on the stairs to climb, till you get to the top. You know?
And the Lord will remind you of that.
That's right.
He'll remind you.
That's right.
He'll remind your ass.
That's right.
For real.
I was gonna say that.
Cause you could think something is cool, and it was like, it ain't what you was thinking, man.
God.
But that's why Yahushua was like, yo, do you know what you asked for?
That's right.
You know what I mean?
Come on now.
Cause the brother likes to say, yo, he conquered everything. So
That's
he
the
knows,
truth.
yo, you ain't go through what I went. Do you really know what you at? All right, well.
Yo, and remember the brothers asked him that? He's like, well, can I sit with you on the right-hand side? And the other side was like, yo, basically told him, he said, you know not what you asked for.
You know not what you asked for, right?
He said, it's not for me to give to you to sit on the right hand or the left hand. And that's,
damn, yeah.
think about those words. He said, it's not given to me to tell you whether you will sit on the right hand or the left hand. So how the hell, that should let you know that it's two different people right there, spirits. The Father and the Son. Because if it was so,
right,
he would have been like, oh, well, you can sit with me and you. But he was given that on the cross. We told the one dude, because he said, well, matter of fact, he said, you will be with me. He ain't say where you going to sit at. He said, you will be with me in the kingdom. You know what I mean? The man that was on the cross that defended him at death. That's why the Lord said, be faithful until death, because he went through every experience. And it says now the last enemy to be conquered is death. That's all Esau has left. That's all he has left.
To kill.
Yeah, death.
Murder.
You know what? Fuck it, I'm about to be going to state. I'm killing all you niggas. That's how Esau thinks. That's his mindset, his peon thinking.
Yeah, and that's a nigga mentality. I'm going to take you all down with me.
Let's go back. 1 Thessalonians 4. And verse 18.
Because if Yahushua did that, what would we have learned?
What have you learned? 1 Thessalonians 4 and 18. It says, wherefore comfort one another with these words while we speaking. again on that, man.
Con.
Comfort one another with these words, man. That's the point of doing your videos. Edifying. You know? Just like the brother says, a epistle. These are letters written out, you know, to brothers, different churches. You a church in your different states. You got a church there, man. You know?
Con, and
come under the same umbrella, but you have a church.
And each brother got their own testimony.
That's right.
That we build each other up.
Con.
Because to build somebody up is what? Like knowledge, right?
That's right.
That's the knowledge, wisdom of the Lord.
But now the beginning of wisdom is the fear of the Lord.
Because sometimes
My
brothers...
father used to tell me that all the time.
Sometimes brothers need to hear certain things to be like, damn, you know what? I ain't hear that for a while. You know, from an older brother, you know what I mean? Like, however, it brings you back. Like, oh, snap. Damn, yeah, con. Brings you back to certain remembrances of certain things. You know, because brothers move off of the Spirit of the Lord. So whoever's, you know, the Lord dealing with, he's going to let you hear that. Like, oh, all right. You know, calling out to you. Like a warning, like from other men that went through things that you don't even know about. You know? But when we hear it, we consider it. Ultimately reading and praying. But yeah, comfort one another with these words, man. So Lord willing, this was comforting and exhorting, you know, to those who needed to go out to hear it, you know, through the Spirit and power of Yahweh Shem Yahushua Bashim and Kwadash.
That's right.
You know, me and the brother, we gonna end it off. You know, I'm gonna say, call law Yahweh, Ba'Hashem, Yahushua, Ba'Hashem and Kwadash. Double honors to the apostles and the elders and bishops of Great Millstone that taught us this truth. Shalom to the elect that scattered through the four corners of the earth. You know, Lord willing, this was edifying and exhorting through the Spirit. Until next time, we're going to say Shalom.
Shalom. I'm a Wafa Baba Ball.
Wafa Baba Ball, Kwam Yasharal.
Yasharal.
Shalom.